Hey everybody, Anthony here from Triple XRC Garage, and you're looking at the new Ford Bronco by Traxxas TRX4. It is a licensed body, and as you can see on the box here, it says first delivery, display / demonstration only. So this one is currently not for sale yet. This is just something for people to be able to see. And my RC store, Awesome RC, decided to let me take it home and do a box opening and show it to you guys. As you can still see, it's still got the cellophane on it, so this has never been open. So we're gonna check it out. Stand by. Okay, so we're gonna open this thing up. And here is the plastic. And wow. This would be a little easier. Apologize if I'm off frame right now. I'm just trying to get this plastic off. Stand by. Okay. Yeah, it looks like the box got a little damaged. Hopefully the truck's not damaged inside, but I got the cellophane off. And so you see it comes in the red or the yellow, which will be that color. And well, let's open up the things to see which one we got here. Oh, it tells me right here on the box. So this one here is going to be, oh, it just says a model number. It doesn't actually give you the actual color. Oh, Cyber Orange. Well, it says Rapid Red here. I don't know which one it is. I guess we'll see in a second. So it's either going to be Rapid Red or Cyber Orange. This is a dot right here, so I'm assuming, oh yeah, it's going to be the orange. So it's not going to be the Rapid Red one, but it comes in both colors. And get you back in frame here. So obviously this is the remote. All right, let's see what we got here. So if you guys are not familiar with the original TRX4 that came with the Defender, this is pretty much the same kind of radio. It's got the switches up here for locking your differentials. That's the front only. Middle means they're not locked. That's your rear. And of course your steering and your steering and throttle. And of course this is your 2-speed transmission down here. Here's your set buttons up here. It's got a foam radio thing, swivel. Now you will have to put in 4 AA batteries to this, just to let you know. But it is ready to run. You just got to provide your own batteries. So this is the radio, and I'll tell you what, I still use my real radios to this day because they have not failed me yet. So anyway, let's go ahead and put this one back in the styrofoam. And I'm going to move it off camera. And we're going to show you the truck in 2 seconds. Okay, you can kind of get a little sneak peek of what's inside the box here. So let's go ahead and pull it out. I got you. This is the instruction manual for it, as well as you get a couple decals, some tools. There's a good breakdown. It's got some good breakdown in there of like if you ever have to fix anything and part numbers. So do not get rid of this. Like I said, this has got some good breakdowns, part numbers, everything in here. So it's something you're going to want to keep. All right, here it comes. The Cyber Yellow. And there it is. And let me get this box out of here. just get you back in the frame. There it is, guys. Now, they didn't put any bubble wrap in here, but they did keep this from getting chafed by using this type of stretchy plastic. So we'll take that off the bumper winch, and let's see if we can get this off the body here. It's tucked in there pretty good. I guess you're supposed to remove the body. And well, let's go ahead and show you how that works. So, they did no body pins on this truck at all. There's no body pins here or here. And even like the axle had came out with a no body pin thing too, but it was body pins that were underneath here. This has absolutely no body pins. And how it releases, there's a little switch under here, like little, I'll show you what they look like. And you're gonna pull on them, and the body pops up. And of course you gotta do the other side too, because it's not gonna release. And there we get it. And the body comes off. Let's go ahead and remove this saran wrap here off this thing. And I'm going to show you some more about this here as soon as I get all this plastic off this thing. Wow. They really saran wrapped this thing pretty good. And of course there's another layer on the hood. I'm going to take all that off. So let's go ahead and put it back on here for a second, and then I'll show you more. The cool part about putting this thing back on here is that once you get it lined up correctly where it's supposed to go, then you just go and it locks in. I think there's some more saran wrap up here. There is. Okay. So once this body gets locked in place, and it's not locked in place, all right. So once the body's locked in place, as you can see, it doesn't release. And Ford did Traxxas did a magnificent job on this thing. I would have to say this has got to be the most scale one of all. I mean, the other Bronco wasn't bad, but to get this true to life to look like the Bronco that's being released, either the 21 Bronco, they did a really good job. Like the grill is awesome. I mean, it's there is actual light buckets back here. They're releasing lights for this. Look, I had that side locked down. They're releasing light buckets or actually lights to go in the light buckets. And this actually will light up like the real Bronco. You'll have a halo, and then you'll have that little piece right here on both sides. And the tail lights will have the outer look like the real Bronco, the real 21 Bronco. And notice on the back here, they put a trailer hitch on here. And they actually, you still use the Canyon tires, but they redid the rims, the wheels on here, to look like the ones that come on the Bronco. So they did a really nice job on this. Not decals. Definitely door handles with a little concave in there. So like in the real one, you can stick your hand in there to open the car door or truck door. Let's see what else they did to this. The front bumper looks really cool. Almost has that Raptor look to it with the little opening here. But and there's also a skid plate under here too, which will protect your servo and your servo arms and stuff. Really cool. Now this is not a real winch. but you can use it by putting an internal winch inside the chassis and run it through here and out this little hole here, and you can actually do that. It looks like there's a good possibility this actually whole piece here removes and maybe it's just a flat bumper. Not sure yet because I'm not going to take it apart because this is not my truck right now. They did some nice windshield wipers, 3D printed windshield wipers, and I love the way they did the mirrors on here, just like the real Bronco. And the cool part about it is, if you're trailing and you hit something, it's going to fold in. So that's really cool. They also gave you tinted windows. You can see inside, there's tinted windows in here, so now there's no paint in here that you're going to have to try to remove by using a removal stuff, or we'll buy another body and repaint it. Let's go ahead and take the body off and take a look real quick. Oh, there's an actual spare tire, so you actually get 5 of these tires and wheels. So let's go ahead and open this up. And the body comes right off. Okay, so if you're familiar with the TRX4, then you're going to understand that this has got all the features that the Defender had. It's going to have the dual servos here for your lock and lock out differentials. And of course, it's got the XL5 ESC, and it also has this 2-speed transmission. And this XL5 comes with the little wire plug here for your light kit, like the other ones have. And then of course you got your water resistant, waterproof receiver box, and the really good shocks. I mean, I had people who wanted to put these shocks on their other rigs that wasn't Traxxas because these are really good shocks. They're all metal shocks in there. Let's flip this up on its side. These are all metal. Now the drive shafts are plastic, but they do have metal ends on it. What else does this thing have under here? Just kind of give you an idea. Got your portal axles, which means gives you more ground clearance like normal, like all the other TRX4s. Now the one thing they did change on this, which was cool, and that's to assist the body post setup. So remember, the original body post went here and here and came up, and then of course they put holes through the body. Well, because they got the new release system, this is where the new locks go in for the body, and I'm going to show you that real quick. So overall, it's pretty much the same TRX4 as the Defender, except what they did here with the bumpers is before they used to have it where it was a 2-piece bumper part that would slide in the chassis. And it looks like this is all molded together. Let me turn this over to show you real quick. So it's got a nice big support here, and it's got the trailer hitch receiver with a hole so you can put a screw in to hold it in place. So they did a really good job on that. Let's see what the front bumper looks like. So they pretty much did the same thing with the front bumper. Let's see if I can tip this up. It slides into the chassis way over here, if you can see this. And the skid plate is a secondary piece, but it's all put in here together. And yeah, they did a really good job here. And the skid plate does protect the steering arms, so it's gonna like guide it right here, and then boom. And of course, because you do have the portals, and are these things metal? I don't think they are, but man, they actually feel a lot better than they used to on the other trucks. And yes, So you can remove this winch completely and just have the open bumper, but this part does stay in place. The panhard, not panhard, the, I forget the name of it, the guide here, seems like it stays in place here, but the you can remove the fake winch, or you can leave it and run your yeah, you can run your winch line through there. I'm almost sure you can. It doesn't look like there's a hole through there, so maybe I'm wrong. I mean, you can run it through here, but you'd have to probably remove the winch. And a lot of people did mount their servo winches here and ran it through, and then of course the cable comes out here, so you can do that. The other thing this thing has too, I started to mention earlier, is it has place for rock lights. So you can remove these plates and put your rock lights in here. And of course, Traxxas' famous battery holder. Get this paper out of my way here for a second so I can show you where you can put your batteries in. So you push this little lever down and this little arm comes out of the way, holds your battery. And this battery has two positions, so you can spin it around for a shorter battery, or you can spin it around for a taller battery. And it also has a spot here for a shorty pack in here if you want. And you can also use Velcro belts and put a shorty pack in here as well. So I'll give you a few options here what you can do with this. But I do like the bumpers a lot. They gave them a really good scale look. And from what I understand is they did up the servo. So now you got the 2075X servo with a metal servo arm in here now, which is good because the original, when it came like with the TRX4 Defender, unfortunately would burn out eventually, especially when you were changing out your wheels and putting heavier wheels on. I'm a little cross, not cross, but a little, it's like I always like to put my own wheels on, but I love these wheels. They look really good. They made them glossy, shiny like what comes on the Bronco. They did everything really scale. And of course it does have the body holding spots here that holds the sides to keep the body from, from buckling or whatever. And it protects it like if you're crawling or trailing. So I really like the way they did this. They did a nice setup on it. Like I said, the new features to the chassis is the new way of holding the body. The bumpers are awesome. I love the way they molded them. I mean, they made them look so real. And he's even got a place for a license plate here, which they got the TRX4 license plate in here, and your trailer hitch. And I really like the way that looks on here. And of course, when you put the body back on, it's going to fit nice with it. And let's get this body in place. I think we're on. Yep, so as you can see, it's got little guides here that holds the body in place so you don't bash the side of your body here. So what they did to make this body really durable, as you can see, they put a structural frame in here. And here is your body clips. And the fenders can come off the body if you want to take them off. There's screws in here that hold them in place. And let's see what else they did. And I like the way they painted the inside of this other than the color of the truck. So that way if you wanted to put an interior in here, it'll look really sharp. And yeah, I mean, like I said, this body is really reinforced. So even the door handles have screws and their own plate to hold them in spot. So they did a really good job on this thing, setting it up and so forth. And as you can see how the body here goes in his body guides, and then you just Let's see if I got it. See if I got my lineup correct on here. Let's see, Hitch in place here. I think I got it right. Okay, yeah, so the body's going to fall into these spots, and there it is. It's locked in place. And the other thing I like about this, I don't know if you guys have ever been trailing or crawling and you have to pull the body pins off and then you lose it in the sand and you can't find them. At least you won't be losing the body pins at all. And it fits so nice and snug. Something else I wanted to show you. I love the way they, even though this body is a Lexan, how they did an actual mold in here to put this heavy plastic sights on here. So that's pretty cool how they did that. And what else did they do here? I love the way they did the Bronco on the grill. And overall, I just love the truck. And yeah. So there it is, guys. The 2021 Ford Bronco TRX4, fully loaded. And what I mean by that is it's got the lock-in, lock-out hubs. It's got the 2-speed transmission and so forth. And the reason I say that is because it's not like the Sport where it was just one gear, simple go. And I will tell you, this chassis is the 12.8 wheelbase on here. So that means that it's the same as the Defender was. So it's a little bit bigger than a regular scale 10. But most of the trucks that are coming out on the market, like the Axle SCX 10-3 with the Jeep body, I mean, I think it's humongous. So I think everything is scaling up a little bit because they're trying to give it more scalability. So that's pretty much it. So I hope you like it. I love it. I think it's an awesome looking rig, and I believe that it is going to be another one like the Defender was, and it's just going to flood the market, and it's going to be another awesome thing that Traxxas release. Traxxas does make really good things, and their support team, if you ever have to call them for anything, like back when the Defender came out, the servos were not as strong, and the minute I called them up, boom, they sent me a part. I needed a motor was heating up, boom, they sent me a new motor. I mean, they were pretty good about that. So Traxxas has always been on top of it, and they do very well. And so there it is, the TRX4 2021 Bronco, and this is the Cyber Yellow, and they also have the Canyon, I think it's called Canyon, I'm sorry, Rapid Red. So they got the Rapid Red. So that's the two colors they're coming out with right now. I'm sure they'll probably release other colors later. I don't want to speak for them, but I'm just saying, like they did that with the TRX4s. So there it is. And it has not been released yet, just so you know. It has been, this is, like I said, is the display model for my local RC store. And when they release it, you'll get to see it. If you want to go see them now, you can go to your local RC stores that sells Traxxas. They should have a display model. This one will be at Awesome RC Cars in Monroe, North Carolina, sitting actually behind the counter, and they'll be happy to show it to you. So this will be their display model until they release the trucks for sale. Anyway, that's pretty much it. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. And remember, have fun with RCs.